Hi guys, I'm super excited to be here, and a big part of why I was super excited to speak today, when I first started in the industry, I would have loved to get someone to say, hey, here are some secrets, listen really well, and it's going to help you. So I figured, hey, I can do this for the next batch of cool people that decide they want to do affiliate marketing. And instead of boring you with a lot of details about what we do, I figured you guys can just watch a 2-minute video, and that would be, I think it's really good.
This is Anna Glita. I run this beautiful gem called DMIEXPO Affiliate Network. As a company, we help people sell more online for over 15 years now. But a few years back, we realized there's a huge need in the marketplace for a platform where you can really find everything under one roof. So we came up with this beautiful concept called DMIEXPO, where if you're an advertiser or an affiliate, you don't have to ever worry about cash flow. You can get paid up to 3 times a week, which, for cash flow and making sure you have successful campaigns, that's really, really key. And so once we solved the need of, our partners not having to worry about cash flow, tracking, the best CPA payouts in the industry, the last piece of the puzzle was to make sure we are flexible and available. I am asked all the time, what is the #1 key to success? And I would have to say is definitely our people. We care so much about every single, affiliate and advertiser on the platform, and we are around 24/7 to help all our partners. That's pretty much our secret sauce. We care, we're flexible, and it's a world-class team. We will do everything in our power to make sure that you are successful.
Great. So hopefully that was helpful. I think they did a better job than me having to explain all that to you guys. So what's my expertise, right? So basically, I can give you a bit of insight on what it takes to get you from that to this. These are really statistics taken from the DMIEXPO back office of both very good affiliates, just one of them doing 3 figures a day, and the other doing 5. So the #1 key to success, and it might sound cliche, but it's really spot on, your mindset and the way you really work on your mindset. So there are 2 types of mindset we can grow, right? So you have let's say you're a person that when you're facing a problem, you embrace that problem and you see it as an opportunity. Or you see the problem and you avoid it because you're terrified not to fail, and you see that as a risk. So the people that are pretty scared and they avoid problems, we refer to them as people that have a fixed mindset. While the people that embrace problems, they have the growth mindset. So it's actually scientifically proven that the behaviors you employ in your everyday life can in fact impact your brain's plasticity. I think that's fantastic. So basically the things that you decide that you want to do, and just by embracing problems or facing new challenges, you're physically changing who you are. So your mindset is really a combination of all these things. And you really need to be mentally wired to crush it. You're going to wake up in the morning, it's going to be like a war zone. Every super affiliate I know feels like that. And that's okay. You just have to, get your mindset in the right spot, be prepared to just do whatever it takes. I know an incredible amount of very successful people that when they were younger, they were told they're not going to amount to much. And guess what? They had the right mindset, and now they're incredibly successful. They can travel the world, and one of the super affiliates that it's a good friend, and we talked last week, and he actually inspired, like a lot of the clients that I work with inspire what I talk about. They used to have like the typical 9-to-5 job, be very depressed and bored, and now they just booked a trip around the world with their wife and children because they can do it, right? They worked hard enough, and they got to the point where they can just do things like that. So we talk about mindset. We know you want to have a growth mindset. What are a few things that you can actually do about it? So every morning when I wake up, I read. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be your favorite affiliate newsletter. It can be just news about the industry, about traffic. But reading really helps develop your mind. You want to develop your mind because that makes for a healthy mindset. And when you read, you exercise your mind and you build your muscles. You can just picture your brain as just getting buff and being really, really healthy from reading. And as a super affiliate, as an affiliate marketer, you're expected to know so much about your customers. Indifferent if you're doing social media or blogging, if you're just writing swipes because you have a really good email list, you're expected to be able to recreate the experience of your customers. And by reading, you really get to experience new things, you see new perspectives, so that really helps with your mindset and also being a good marketer. Also having a healthy lifestyle. I know everyone says it, but all the very successful people I know are pretty healthy. They have a really good structure about how they do things. So let's say you decide to run a mile, just a mile every day before work. That's gonna lift your mind, right? You're gonna feel energized. You're gonna feel like a champion. You're like, hey, I just ran a mile and it's 8 a.m. I bet I can target a new campaign. I bet I can extend my reach to a new country. You just feel like a champion. And I speak from experience. We all get really tired, and there are not enough hours in the day, and you might think, oh gosh, now you want me to exercise as well. But it really helps, and it actually helps your productivity. And not just exercising, but also making sure you get enough sleep and eat better. All that really impacts your mindset. And very important, you want to visualize your expansion. You're probably following on Instagram a lot of our friends that are super affiliates, travel the world, and a lot of them, what they do, and it doesn't have to be meditation, it just has to be you thinking about what you want. So maybe your next goal is having a nicer car, a 3-story mansion, you want to travel the world. You have to just visualize that and really work for it, because if you visualize your expansion, it really helps you target your goals. And you want to be mindful and grateful. Those are things that I've seen in every single successful person that I work with. They're very grateful and they are very mindful. You can't just say it. You have to, with intent, tomorrow you're going to say, you know what? I don't care if it sounds cliche. I'm going to work on my mindset. I want to be better. I want to be more relaxed. I want to do business with intent. And I really think I can have a campaign that's $50,000 by next Friday. I see it all the time. I literally see it all the time. In an industry where people say, well, how do you guys get traffic? How you're so successful when everyone says we're at war and we can't get ads to work. How do you do it? And it's just because we're very lucky to know a lot of people that have this mindset. And they make, having a $80,000 campaign per day, it's not even a big deal. Is that cool? And it's reachable. These are people that were not incredible experts 5 years ago. They just worked really, really hard. At first, expect to fail. You're probably going to pick up a campaign that's going to have a low conversion rate. Maybe the account manager you have is not very good, and they just made you run a campaign that's probably not the best. So just be prepared to fail. All the super affiliates say that the first campaign they run, they always expect it to not do that well, and they just mentally prepare for it. And next time, they go back to the drawing board, maybe cut some placements, and just do a better job next time. All right, so you're set. I'm not going to bore you. You're set, you're decided. Starting tomorrow, you're going to have a great mindset, okay? Perfect. So the next step, which is we're going to dig a bit deeper into the actual logistics, content and strategy. So you want to have a good strategy. It doesn't have to be something very complicated. It can just be you writing down a few things that you decide you want to do about your work strategy and how you actually want to grow your business so you get to that 5 figures per campaign per day. You want to really assess the time, the effort that you're putting in, because the return of investment, it has to take everything into account. Because your time is valuable too, so you want to be spending time on campaigns that actually give you a good return on investment. And you want to be, when you think about your strategy, you really have to understand that the buyers changed a lot. How I was explaining yesterday, in 2020, we're going to have to be very careful as marketers and content writers on how we approach buyers, because they are more sophisticated. According to HubSpot, I believe it's 47% of customers nowadays, they read 3 to 5 pieces of content before they engage or decide to buy anything, which tells me that content is a huge, important part of your strategy. So if you don't want to write the content yourself, for your swipes, for your Facebook groups, for your blogs, for your search, for your website, just hire some really good content designers. They're not always expensive, because content is a huge part of your strategy. Then you want to decide if you want to scale horizontally or vertically, or you can do both. Naturally, vertical scaling is expanding on existing traffic sources. So you're basically gonna optimize the traffic sources you already work on. So you can cut some placement, you can get new swipes. Holidays are coming. If you do email marketing, it would be great to have some holiday creatives. I have seen people just triple their revenues just by switching the swipes and sending some emails that are specific to Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So you can work on optimizing the present sources, or you can do that by expanding your reach to new countries. If you have a campaign that's doing really well in the US, chances are you're going to be able to target the same people in Canada, and you're going to be able to get more customers out of that too. And with horizontal scaling, you're basically going to try new sources. And I know that's scary. You're probably, if you have done Google for the last 10 years, it's really scary to think that, rough content, if you're into natives, or if you do blogging, you're going to have to think and figure out how you're going to do email. But to really scale, you have to read, what's going on and the trends, and horizontal scaling, it's really going to help you move into specific things. So really specific points for your content. It's you want it to be solution oriented. Is it solving a problem? So whatever content you're going to be writing, which is really important for you to get your affiliate link and make lots of money, it has to solve a problem. And don't assume that you're answering the questions the customer has because everyone knows certain things, because they wouldn't. Your job is to do a very good job at explaining things in a simple way, so then the customer understands that you're selling a solution to them. Because otherwise they wouldn't be visiting your blog or your Facebook post or your email. So just don't assume. They're coming to you because they want to find a solution. You want to do a lot of research, a lot. Just read, break everything down, tailor it to the taste of your consumer. That's incredibly important. I cannot overemphasize how important it is for you to do research. If you're serious about making more money, and it's very easy, you really have to work harder, and research is part of that. You want to be natural in your content and the way you present everything, because you're doing it for a motive. You want to do it organically. Again, coming back to that solution and problem structure. You want to be friendly and helpful. Of course, you're going to be objective, and you're going to write. You're the expert here, but you want to be friendly, and also you want to be careful, because people have sensitivities. So you might not know when you're targeting someone in the U.S. or someone in Europe. They have specific sensitives to maybe racism or sexism. So you have to be very respectful with your content. I cannot say how important that is. And probably what I've seen as the biggest part for affiliates that have really good content and make beautiful revenue is the fact that they really understand the solution and the problem aspect. They really know the audience and they understand very well that they are selling solution. All the super affiliates that I know are really the content, when they do research and they work so hard to have quality research, they do that in mind with solving a problem for the customer. So to be specific in what I'm trying to say here, let's say you decided to promote a diet ebook, right? So you as the content writer and the affiliate, you're not gonna be selling a digital ebook. You're gonna sell the dream of a perfect body. You're gonna sell the image of someone that's very healthy, and by doing that, the solution will be the customer buying that digital ebook that teaches you how to exercise. Or you're gonna sell the image of someone that's really healthy, someone that can play with their kids and they feel good. You're not necessarily selling the health supplement, right? You're selling that image of someone that wants to be healthier, wants to feel good, wants to have a healthy heart to play with their families. So this is what all the big super affiliates do, right? They really understand that solution and problem, and that's part of every strategy they have, and they truly implement that. And this can be to any source, from search to Facebook to email, it really works. Before I got here, I asked a lot of my super affiliates, I said, you guys, I really need your help. I'm gonna be speaking, and I really want some specific things that I can tell people. I don't want it to be just something boring or something that I think it works. So all the things you see up here are things that several people told me that they are key and very important. So don't copy content. It's pretty obvious, but if you're really serious, I mean, it's up to you. You can stick to the 3 figures a day. Maybe you're happy with a few $100s. That's cool. But if you want to have very, good revenues and be able to afford anything you want for your families, right? You really want to have quality content. Don't copy. Google is very smart. You're just attracting the wrath of Google by copying it because it gets very smart and it knows when we do it. You want to focus on a niche. Just because something has a really high payout doesn't mean you should be promoting it, because with time, you want to be known for being very good at a specific type of offer. So it's better to focus with a niche, and that just gives you credibility into anything you do. Google traffic. I've heard this a lot later. We have so many partners that do Google, that do GDN. It's not working as well in the last few months, and that doesn't mean you have to give up on it, but please try other sources too. Because with Google, the average search per minute is 3.8 million searches in a minute. So you can see why that will not work for everyone. So if you're not ranking there, it's probably not the best solution for you. And how one of the media buyers said in the speech yesterday, it's okay, it's cool to not have just one thing you're gonna focus on. Just, you can try some Facebook, blogging, email, banner ads, which if I remember like 6-7 years ago were great and were very good for return on investment. Now they're not so hot anymore. I think the click-through rate is 0.06. 25% of the buyers in the US don't even, they have ad blockers for banners. And 60% out of the people that do click on banners, they do that accidentally. So, we know why banners don't work as they should be. Blogging, on the other hand, and being an influencer has really skyrocketed the last few years because we learned that 81% of consumers in the US, 81%, actually trust information from blogs. So people that work very hard, and you probably, again, a lot of our common friends, you probably follow them on Instagram or Facebook, and you're thinking, how in the world do they net over $1 million a year? Well, they did this in time. They worked very hard. They built that trust with the consumer. They became, they started to solve the problems on the consumer reading the blogs. And by building the trust and market with confidence, they were able to get so many returning customers that actually want to purchase. And email marketing, so great. Just think about retargeting. I could go about this for a while too, but just think about retargeting. Even if you're not doing email at the moment, maybe you're just doing Facebook, maybe you're doing blogging, search, display. you can retarget all those people with some really easy emails. We have so many cool tools for automation nowadays. You can send thousands of emails without putting in a lot of work. And you're basically retargeting customers that you already know they find value in what you're writing. So you already do a good job attracting them, to look at your content. So one thing for you to do, if you don't have a way to figure out your abandoned customers or the customers that just visit your carts or the customers that purchase based on your affiliate links, that's the thing you should be asking your account manager. So, how someone said yesterday it's okay to ask for things, absolutely, you should definitely do it. So as an affiliate marketer, you should have access to those customers, the customers that purchase from you, and then you can really retarget them. And with email marketing, you can literally at least double your revenues for the week, if not more, just by doing that and retargeting. The most important piece of the puzzle is definitely relationships. And I tell you from personal experience, and all the people that are extremely successful are going to tell you they were not able to do it on their own. They either had like a really good mentor, or they had someone that helped them. But everyone in your, just think about your supply chain. Think about other affiliate marketers. Think about your content developers, the account managers that you work with, the affiliate programs that you're part of. Everyone is really a huge important part of if you're going to be successful or not. So when you get started, the affiliate world, the whole world looks really cool, right? Really exciting. You get to meet people from all around the world, from different groups. But it's scary at the same time, right? So you want to really take advantage of those relationships. If you have any affiliate friends, take them out for a beer or 10. And just ask a lot of questions. I mean, it's so valuable to already learn from their experience and their do's and their don'ts. And a huge, great way, I still do this to the day, there are so many Facebook groups, and not just online coaching programs, just Facebook groups for our community, where people ask questions and we help each other. You're not sure about your content. Why is this ad not working? Why am I not getting stuff approved? These are so valuable nowadays. I mean, the internet in a way made all of us next door neighbors. And a lot of the super affiliates and a lot of these really successful people, they love to help. I mean, they speak about affiliate marketing, and they actually get very excited when you post a comment, when you write them a Facebook message. They really want to help, because at one point, chances are they were just getting started and they had no clue what they were doing. So you really want to take advantage of that, of newsletters too. I think I mentioned this before. Every morning I spend 30 minutes reading newsletters about the industry. Incredible value. I mean, a lot of the business ideas that I get every week are from just, with intent, reading those newsletters every day, and just being part of the communities. And I think a huge, huge part of it is also attending conferences. I know you're here, so good job. You're doing incredibly well. But it's really important. I mean, that face-to-face, you can tell a lot by a person, by your interactions and your communications, or on Skype or Facebook. But when you go to a conference and you hang out with that person, they might tell you things that it's going to propose your business 6 steps ahead. It happened to us so many times. We went to a conference, we heard of a beautiful idea, and something just clicked, right? So attending those conferences and just interacting, it goes such a long way into helping you ultimately make more money and be financially stable for you to be happy to do whatever you want. Because I think the goal for a lot of us is to just be happy and have a better quality of life overall. I would say probably the most important relationship you have, and it's crazy that not many people realize this, is with your account manager. It doesn't matter what program you work with. It doesn't have to be a specific affiliate network. Any affiliate program that you work with, it has to be, you have to have really good account managers. You might not know this, and it's true. Account managers are the ones that really have all the secrets. I mean, they can give you better payouts. If a default payout is $60, they can probably bump you to 80% just by asking. They know what campaigns are doing the best because they have access to the dashboard, so they already know everything that's really hot. So if you treat them in a lot of respect, and when I say account managers, of course, from your affiliate network, but also if you do natives, treat your account managers very well at Outbrain or Rev Content or your Facebook account manager, but also, the account managers that will give you the campaigns, treat them really well. Those people can give you faster payouts. They can take really good care of you. So besides having a really good account manager, be careful about the program that you work with. It can be any affiliate program that you're comfortable and that you like, but they need to have 3 very specific things. They need to have good account managers, which we touched based on. They have to have very good tracking and payment terms. So let's say Saturday night, you want to place a postback pixel. It's 11 p.m., you cannot figure out how to do it. Your campaign is going to do really good because it's a specific Sunday where you did your research and it's going to do very well. But you cannot get anyone on Skype. Let's look at the scenario where you do get your account manager at 11 p.m. on a Saturday on a Skype. They set the pixel for you, they get you your link, and you just made $50,000 on a Sunday because you had the help. And it's that easy. You have to make sure you have people that are responsive because your traffic is very valuable. A lot of people make money from your traffic. So you're a rock star. You're valuable. It's okay for you to ask things on a Saturday night. That's cool. So besides having really good account managers, make sure traffic and your tracking to your traffic is paramount. I cannot say this enough. You have to know that you can set up a postback pixel. You can track your conversions in real time. You can look at your customers. This is your business. It's okay for you to demand this, and it's super important that the tracking is impeccable. Any program you're going to work with, if they cannot help you, at least use like a server-to-server tracking, something is fishy. Move to the next one until you find a partner that really respects your value. And of course, payment terms. I mean, you can work with the nicest, sweetest people that really want to help you, and you can see all your sales in real time. If you have to wait 30 days for your payments, your cash flow is probably going to be impacted, so that's not key. So yeah, that's key. I mean, you should get paid at least once a week, right? You deserve it. You want to buy more traffic, so that's super important. So in a nutshell, I think I touch based on most of the things, but I beg of you, go out there, besides focusing on your mindset and doing a really good job about working harder on your content and strategy and quality, build those relationships. Be very, very nice to the people around you because they are the ones that are going to help you. And you might be intimidated by someone that's very successful, but guess what? We're all people. We just, chances are they really want to help you and they want to, build a relationship with you. So I beg you, go out there, make a lot of friends, build some really cool relationships. And the next conference, which is in exactly 6 months, you're gonna stop me on the hallway and you're gonna say, Anna, you were right. I just had a campaign yesterday and it was like $50,000. Thank you. All right. Oh, wow. Great. 2 more minutes. Do you guys have any questions? Absolutely, and if you have time, after I step down, I would love to spend some time with you. I can even tell you how to get started. It's easier than you thought. Traffic types mean, some people focus on Facebook. They do ads, so they use the newsfeed, maybe they bid on keywords. Other people use email marketing. That means they have a lot of lists and customers and they send email. So when I say email swipes, I'm referring to email creatives that they send to those customers. Or display, right, on Instagram when you see specific banners, or search traffic. When you type something into Bing, it can be free, like blogging, or it can be PPC, pay-per-click. So those are all different traffic sources where, it can be free or paid traffic. Is it helpful? Anything else, guys? Yes?
I'm an end customer, and I'm just starting building up my assets, like blog and ads, etc. I still don't have enough for community. Yet I do want to take advantage of affiliates. However, I'm told that I'm not yet attractive enough for affiliates to work with me because I don't have any existing assets or community yet. What is your opinion about my position? Is there a way for me to leverage affiliates to help me promote and build my reputation?
Absolutely. All the product owners and every person that started at one point did not have enough experience, so you're probably just chatting with the wrong affiliate programs. There are plenty of programs out there that as long as you can offer them what they need, which sometimes are very easy specific things, you want to make sure you can pay them in time for the customers that they send you. You want to have some sort of tracking platform, and there are so many cheap solutions out there. So as long as you can offer them those basic things, they are probably going to be willing to test for you and let their affiliates help you. So by coming to a conference like this, you're going to meet people that are in the position to help you. So if you want, we can even sit down after.
Yes.
I would love to help you if I can. Well, we have plenty. We have over 10,000 affiliates. We would love to help. Maybe it's a good fit.
Shame.
Perfect. Anything else? A few more seconds? Yes.
How do I get started as an affiliate working with MaxWeb?
Oh, it's easy. You just go to maxweb.com and sign up, and one of the rock stars is going to reach out to you and say, hey, welcome to the family. Yes?
You said you have 10,000 affiliates.
A bit more, yes.
How many of them make money?
Well, they have to be active in order to be on the platform, so all of them make an amount of money. Maybe it's $100 a week, or maybe it's $500,000 a week, but everyone makes money. For them, that we love and respect the ones that make $100 a week, right? It doesn't matter, but everyone has to make some money to stay active and relevant. Yes?
Okay, so I'm here in a position of affiliate manager, actually, and I see many requests. And I think you and also other people who are dealing with affiliates talk about paid campaigns a lot. But in my experience, people that don't have any experience, don't know what they're talking about, they're new to blogging or to writing content, in my opinion, they should emphasize more on creating content and building trust, etc. What do you think about that?
Of course, that's such an important point, and I love the way you said it. They also have to work and put the effort in themselves, right, to really work on that content. However, as a company, it's really important to leverage account managers and not get them to the point to be that exhausted where they get, not annoyed, but you don't want them to be that exhausted when someone that's very new to the industry asks 100 questions. Chances are, as a business, I want the account managers to be able to answer to everyone. So, it's just a business decision. Do you want to only handle the really big accounts, or you want to take good care of everyone? Of course, everyone should be, that was one of my points. Do a good job, work on your content, but at the same time, I think there's no silly question. So I think as account managers, we have to, everyone has to do a good job at being patient and really answering the easy questions too. Right. We can chat more when I'm done. I don't.